Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Court of Swords. 26, 27, one of those weeks.
25, 22, I don't know.
25 was last. I think 25 was last week.
There was a point where I tried to keep up and stay on point with what week we were on. I gave up a while ago.
Yeah, this is generally around the time, especially with in terms of doing Swan Song. This is around the time where I just stopped knowing what episode we were on every week. So I'm suspecting it's going to happen again with this show. But we only have 24 more episodes because we kill shows at 50 around here. So
yeah,
or at least roleplay shows. So I guess you can start counting down. Our glory days are over. We're halfway dead now. More than halfway.
We are middle aged.
Like a hard limit or like
it's a hard limit. We can't go past 50. It breaks all rules of convention. So.
So if we're not quite there, then Adam's just going to be like, and then this happens.
Yeah, I mean, that's what he did with Swan Song. He just blew up the universe on the 50th episode because he didn't know what the fuck to do. So
that's just it.
Yeah.
That's how it went.
Yeah. I'm not the universe got exploded for those that didn't watch spoilers.
Well, the thing is, too, is if you keep going forever, then it suffers any sort of series that just keeps going and going and going. Eventually it just kind of gets stale, and you don't want that.
That's true. That's true. Dan, what have you been up to, sir? You've been exploring the galaxy, I hear.
Yes, I have been.
That's a segue right there, folks. Tell me about Mass Effect.
Yeah. I've been replaying the Mass Effect trilogy. It's one of my favorite trilogies of all time. Mass Effect 1 is okay. Yeah, I kind of...
What other trilogies do you like, Dan?
Star Wars and Lord of the Rings and...
Damn it, Adam, I'm talking about Mass Effect.
Huh, Lord of the Rings, huh? Let's talk about Lord of the Rings. Don't let Max get what he wants. No. Sorry, continue.
Yeah, so because Andromeda comes out next month, so I'm excited for that. So I'm replaying the trilogy, just get me hyped up again. And I just forgot how much I love the second Mass Effect. It's probably if someone always asks you what's your favorite game? What's your favorite game? Mass Effect 2 is always one that's off the top of my mind when I'm deciding which is my favorite game at that moment. It's just one of those games that's so good in pretty much every department for me at least.
Is Mass Effect is 2 the one that has the Citadel DLC?
Yeah,
that's the third one.
Wait, no, that's the third one. Yeah, that's the third one. That's the third one.
I remember. Right.
If you remember back to last week when Max made the heretical comment of, I don't even remember who he thought made Dark Souls or something like.
Oh yeah, no, it was.
I
thought Team Ninja made Dark Souls.
Yeah. Here's my heretical comment. I don't like Mass Effect 2. I think it's a bad game.
Mass Effect 2?
I think the ending is terrible.
In 2?
Yeah. I thought the final boss was a complete fucking joke.
Okay, final boss, yes, I can understand that because the final boss is kind of.
And the idea that your teammates die because of choices you make, it's bullshit. I hate that 0-1 binary decision bullshit.
Well,
Sounds
if
like you
anyone
can't cope with
died,
loss.
that means you missed some quests, sir, or you failed a quest.
That's true. Yeah.
No, I did every loyalty mission. I just chose the wrong people because apparently that's a thing, and I had the assassin and Jacob, who no one cares about in the first place, but they both died. So
also, his name is Thane Krios.
Yeah, there you go, Thane.
Not just the assassin.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a Drell. Thank you.
Yeah. So they both died
Oh my
because I
God,
just
you guys
chose
are
the wrong
such
people.
nerds.
I don't know, man.
DM
That's kind of bullshit.
on the D&D show.
Listen, Max,
Yeah.
D&D is cool. All right, D&D
Yeah,
cool.
D&D is cool now. Okay.
Everybody's doing it. All the cool kids are playing D&D.
Yeah, it's a big thing now.
Yeah, I've never had that happen. I've always chose the right people.
Yeah. You should have seen that. Oh, man, the chat when I was doing that was losing their fucking minds. I was
yeah.
It's well, who do you want to do to choose this thing? I guess I'll just choose this guy. I mean, it doesn't matter, right? And then 10 minutes later, oh, he died because I chose the wrong guy. Cool. Thanks. Yeah. Thanks for that video game. Thanks.
Whenever chat knows something about a game and you're playing it for the first time and you're choosing wrongly, they lose their shit no matter what it is.
And then I insulted
Portal,
the game.
Risque, anything.
Yeah.
They know something and you don't, they go ape shit about
And then when I insulted the game and said, man, this is a terrible ending, they got real fucking upset. And at that point, I just said,
fanboy triggers.
Yeah. So yeah, I will agree to disagree with you, Dan. But I am looking forward to the new Andromeda. I think the gameplay stuff they put out last week, that video, it looks pretty fucking cool, man.
I was like, this looks like a much more improved version of the third game's combat, and I'm digging it.
Tight as fuck.
Yeah.
And the thing is too is like from 1 to 3, like they drastically improved the combat and tightened things up. So to see them look like they've polished and cleaned that up even more. I mean, it's a different team. I'm sure there's people that were worked on, the previous games, but by and large, it's a pretty different team. You know what I mean? That's working on this game. So I'm excited for stuff like that. When people like see the previews and the new stuff, they're like, it doesn't look like the old stuff. Like it's different. I'm like, I like that. Like we already played that old game. Like let's play a new one.
Exactly.
I'm so excited to mix and match powers for the first time. So you don't have to be stuck with a tech that can only do this, this, and this. You can now be like, I'll take these soldier powers, that biotic power, and this tech power.
Kind of like Skyrim a little bit.
Yeah, I think that looks cool. I'm excited. March is turning out to be a fucking. It might be one of the best months in a very long time.
March is the
in
new
gaming.
December, no new November. Like they got so many games coming out. They're like, we need another month. So like March is the other one.
We'll just fold Horizon into. I mean, it comes out on the 28th, so let's just fold it in to March.
It's practically March.
It's practically March. I mean, it really launches like 23 hours and 59 minutes before March. So let's just go ahead and throw it in there, right?
Yeah.
And then you've got Zelda and the Switch. Zelda's hopefully good. We won't know because the embargo's not up till the 2nd. So.
Mm-hmm. Then we have Nier Automata, which comes out the same as well.
Yep. And that looks pretty good. The demo is a lot of fun. So.
Yeah, I love the demo. It was much more fun than I thought it would be.
Yeah. So we'll see. It's looking good.
We're not done talking about Mass Effect.
I forget that's your.
I know those tones, JP. That is a segue. Let's get into
it. It is. Yeah, that's your thing.
Yeah, that's fine. I'm excited. Yeah. I still gotta like cram all those games in this month, basically. So, but I'll do it.
Yeah.
You will always find room for Mass Effect. It's like ice cream. You can always find room for it.
Yeah.
It's so good.
That's true. I guess if you're a fan of it.
Except if you're just,
I guess it's. I mean, it starts okay, but it's got a shitty fucking flavor at the end.
Yeah. It's like melted Neapolitan at the end. So I mean, if you're into that, I guess.
Stupid artificial sweetener taste at the end. Bullshit.
Exactly. I'm pretty excited for Horizon because Jeff Gerstmann said it has a quote near perfect story.
I saw that.
And Jeff is like the most anti AAA guy out there.
Yeah.
And for him to say that, like, there must be like fucking hidden boobies or something at the end of the game.
Well, talk to me about Horizon. I haven't picked this one up on my radar. What's it about?
Too.
I think if I try to sell you on the game, it might turn you off because
fuck it. I'll just play it as is.
The pitch of the game is it's an open world Far Cry-esque game from the creators of Killzone.
Yeah, watch the E3 trailer where they just basically let the game sell itself, and you'll be hooked.
Okay.
Yeah,
it looks pretty damn good.
And it also is like technically Digital Foundry. I was watching a bunch of videos from them. Technically, it is a masterpiece of 30 FPS on the PS4, where it doesn't ever have any frame hitches except for like a 29 or 1 FPS drop every once in a while. So
I find that hard to believe, but we'll see.
I mean, they did the frame
I can't believe
testing.
in 2017 we're still 30
frames.
Yeah.
I mean, for it to run at 4K 30 and never dip, like I'm pretty okay with 4K 30 and never dipping.
I know.
Obviously, I would love 4K 60, but I still think probably won't hit that with current gen consoles, and it's still hard to hit that with the PC at this point in time. So we'll see.
Yeah.
Game looks fantastic though. I can't wait to play that. Max, what have you been up to past week?
I honestly don't. Not a whole lot. Buddy's birthday on Saturday, Friday. I don't know.
You're supposed to report about John Wick. We said that last week. I remember that.
Oh, John Wick. Yeah. John Wick is fantastic. I enjoyed it. Really, really good. If you loved the first one, you'll love the second one. Okay. They ramp up the action and the choreography and the fight scenes and stuff that much more. There's a few scenes obviously where it's just like, come on, but it's John Wick, right? So he's supposed to be like this fucking god hitman who can't really die ish.
Yeah.
And it still has that cheese from the first one. That's the thing is like a lot of critics will be like, yeah, but this scene and this scene, I'm like, what it did? Are you judging it based on that?
I was wondering when he was going to run in
first. What the fuck was that in the background?
That's Scoots just being Scoots. I don't know. Continue on about John Wick.
No, yeah, it still has the same cheese and stuff from the first one, and I feel like those movies, like, they're self-aware. You know what I mean? Like when you have like kind of like a cheesy line or like all right, that's a little weird or whatever. It's like they know that it's weird. It's like just kind of like that lighthearted little bit of cheese effect that it was in the first one. It's still there, but was I the only one that saw it, or Adam or Dan?
I haven't seen it yet.
Yeah, we're gonna go see it on Thursday, I think.
I've never seen the first one.
Yeah, Aaron's never seen the first one. Aurelian's never seen the first one, so I ordered the 4K Blu-ray to get here tomorrow. We're gonna watch it tomorrow night and go see it on go see the second one on Thursday when Adam gets in. So
yeah,
I'm looking forward to that.
That's similarly what I did with Amanda. We just watched it. She never watched this. We watched it the day before.
She liked the first one.
Yeah, I love the first one.
No, she is a new viewer.
Oh, she liked it too. Yeah, she liked it.
Yeah.
And she's somebody who's not really into like action movies, like pure action. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I think that's the reason why she liked it is just because that kind of speaks to how John Wick is a little bit different than like your normal, say like I don't know, The Expendables or some shit like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's cool.
Yeah.
I think the biggest thing that I like about John Wick movies is that they have like that underbelly of the Hitman Society kind of stuff. Like there's like a code and rules and all that stuff, and that's what makes it less
cool.
It's kind of just like, okay, you know.
It's cool shit.
Yeah.
Max, you know what movie is getting really good reviews that I'm super jazzed about? I already got tickets and everything. Logan is getting like stellar reviews. Yeah. Like one of the reviews from like I forgot what paper it is, but he's saying it's the Dark Knight of comic book movies. Like it is although that's already technically a comic book movie. Yeah, it's like
he's the Batman of superheroes. Okay?
I just realized how stupid that statement is. Now saying it on the show.
Listen, I said
but like
Souls was developed by Team Ninja. It's fine.
He's saying like it's one of the best comic book movies. So I'm like
that makes you want to see it even more.
Yeah. Apparently, Professor X just curses a shit ton, and they amp up like everything, like the cursing and the violence.
Oh God, that's awesome! Patrick Stewart fucking cursing.
Yeah,
I remember that a lot from reading the X-Men comics as a kid, right? You know, Kitty Pryde like knock over his whiskey. He's like, "Fuck you, you little shit."
Yeah. I think that's what we all imagined him to be like, though.
Yeah, really in character for.
Yeah. But it's Patrick Stewart that's going to be saying it's going to be great.
Very true. It's very true.
Old, you know, kind of broken Patrick Stewart.
Yeah.
Not the actor, the character. He's an actor.
And this is supposed to be, and I know he's said it before, but this is supposed to be like the last Hugh Jackman Wolverine, right?
Yes.
It's supposed to be the it.
There's been a lot of them, so I think that's probably okay.
I don't know for sure.
Before, but
I don't know for sure, and I don't want to know. But the way that the reviews read. Sounds like he doesn't make it out of this movie. So I think they kind of bookended the idea of like, hey, you're actually done with this character because you don't exist anymore in this world. So
yeah, I mean, Wolverine's a hard guy to kill, but if they want to keep the Wolverine like biz alive, this is a good time to do it because X-23 is pretty much the same exact jam. So
Yep. So
that's cool.
I'm excited for it next week. We're going to head over to a draft house and go watch that shit next Thursday.
That sounds good. Maybe I'll see about we finally have a draft house in SF here. It's in the city, so maybe I'll see if they're running it and how long they are. I'm sure they are. But.
Yeah. The movie's pretty long. It's like 2 hours 15 minutes too, so it's a decently long movie.
Yeah. I was gonna say I'm pretty sure I remember when I looked it up. It was supposed to be a pretty lengthy movie. So a draft house is probably a good call. Settle in, have some food.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to it. Mr. Adam Coble, what have you been up to? Did you get a beard and haircut trim? Did that happen?
No, I'm just looking super fly today.
You're just looking fly. I look haggard as shit. I can't wait for a haircut tomorrow. I'm really looking forward to that.
Yeah, I don't know. I was thinking about like already how behind on shit that I want to play I am because I've been doing so much role-playing stuff. Like I haven't touched Neo yet. I really want to play that.
It's a long game.
Did you play? I saw you started playing it. Did you play Yakuza 0?
Yeah, I fell asleep about an hour and a half.
Yeah, not digging it. I understand that it's very much like a game that you either like are really into or you're like meh. I'm not into it.
Yeah.
There's no sort of middle ground. Okay, yeah, because I want to try that. But honestly, like I'm on a timer because beginning of April, Persona 5 comes out, and I have to be like fucking clear schedule for all of April for that. So
yeah,
we'll see. I'm pretty excited about that game though.
Persona 5 should be pretty good. Yeah, I think Persona 5 and Yakuza share the similarity that it's like the first hour or two, it's very like focused, narrative driven, and then it opens up.
Did you play Persona 4 Golden?
Oh yeah, it's exactly that.
the first 10 hours of that game are like, oh fuck, come on, just can I play or no? Okay, Japan, thanks.
I think that's what this issue with Yakuza is, and I've had a fierce case of Dota sickness.
Oh
I
yeah,
just want to play Dota nonstop and just get really upset at life. So that's what I've been playing instead.
Be careful.
Yeah.
I did watch, and I don't know if y'all have seen this, and if you haven't, you got to get on it. I finally watched The Arrival yesterday.
I've not watched it.
Missed it. I missed it when it was in the theater, and holy shit, it is good. It is real good. Like movies are like a big deal to me, and like really good movies are a really big deal. And watching this, there were several times where I was just like, holy shit, this movie's really good. This is a really good movie. Yeah. And like, I'm going to have to go back and watch it again, like as soon as possible. But the dude that directed it is also doing Blade Runner 2049, and they've apparently got him on deck to do the Dune movie that they're going to be doing in like 2019 or whatever, which I am of the mind that Dune is unfilmable, but who knows? Arrival was real good. This guy's got some talent, so.
Yeah. I like good media, and like good movies are coming out. We got fucking good games coming out. It's a good time to be a nerd right now.
Yeah.
Like that. Did you watch? I think I don't know if we talked about it. Did you watch that like stupid Avengers marketing thing they put out when they like started filming it? That was like the most goosebumpy fucking thing I've ever seen, and it's like so stupid. It's just fucking Tony Stark, Peter Quill, and fucking Spider-Man standing on the set, and I'm just like, this is awesome. This is the fucking best thing ever. I can't fucking wait. It's 2 years out. I'm already excited. So I hope that's going to be just fucking incredible. And I feel like I don't think they could actually fuck that up, because Marvel would, like, that would not, it wouldn't kill Marvel. You can't kill Disney, but it would really fucking hurt their reputation if they somehow fucked up like 15 years of building up to those two movies. So
yeah, and I don't think they'd be as irresponsible to like come out with a finished product, watch it themselves, and realize that there are flaws and stuff amongst like a test audience, and then not go back and fix that. It's just too big of a movie for them to do that.
Yeah, I'm pretty excited for all that. Spider-Man's coming out this year. Like, fuck, there's so much good shit, man.
I love how Michael Keaton has just come like full circle, right? Like, he wouldn't be in Spider-Man if it wasn't for Birdman. He wouldn't be in Birdman if he hadn't washed out after Batman. So it's like, it's so nice. That's such a good like heroic arc for that dude to just be like, yeah, look at you.
I fucking love Michael Keaton.
You're back, Michael Keaton. We're so
proud. Michael Keaton's a really good actor. Multiplicity is still his best movie.
Like crazy scandals either, so that's good.
Yeah.
Usually when like actors get around his age, you find out like, oh, you know that actor you love? Actually, like,
yeah. We're looking at Mel Gibson.
Yeah.
That dude is. You ever seen that guy interviewed?
No.
Yeah, he's a mess. That dude.
He's like, you can see he's messed up by Hollywood.
Look, man, Lethal Weapon. That everyone thinks that was a movie. That was real life. Those were documentaries. Okay, he had a rough life.
You saw him slowly descend into madness.
Yeah, Riggs he just had a tough time. You know, it's rough. It's rough out there for a cop. So I understand Mel Gibson. I'm not sympathizing with Mel Gibson. Don't take that out of context, please.
Careful.
I don't want to get into that fucking world.
I'm going to take you out of context.
Yeah, exactly. I'm going to end up on Wall Street Journal with all my sound bites just edited. It's going to be a mess. But yeah. Then the other thing, Adam, you're flying here. I'm kind of sad we're not doing Court of Swords live this weekend, to be honest.
Yeah.
What show are you doing?
Doing Swan Song. A show that I'd killed 9 months ago and decided to bring it back, you know?
Yeah. Nice.
Yeah.
Isn't the universe destroyed, you said?
Yeah. Yes. Adam's good luck with that, man. I don't know how he's going to fix that one.
It's going to be 8 hours of us sitting in silence and me being like, what do you expect from me, man?
So you're in the eternal void. What would you like to do?
You're all dead.
What are you guys talking about?
You're dead and nothing is happening.
Yeah, we're really just doing it to bring Matt Mercer on, to just grill Matt Mercer for 8 hours. That's really the whole plan. So don't tell him. Don't tweet at him or anything. That's what we're
doing. When is this?
Saturday. Same time at 1 o'clock Eastern. Same time as ours was.
I'm sure people though in your community are like crazy hype for it.
Yeah, it seems
especially like, you know, the OGs.
Yeah, I feel like that show, the difference between this live show we did for Court of Swords and the live show that we're doing for that is like, this show is still being established, especially the fact that we die so many fucking times, so the arcs aren't like drawn out. That show still has the same characters for the most part from like episode 1. So there's 200 plus hours of character creation in that show.
Well, to be fair, that show I feel like probably is harder to die in this one because this one's pretty punishing.
Yeah,
it's actually really not. It's just that in Stars Without Number, you get rewarded for different stuff. You don't like getting in fights is not how you advance your character, and so they got real good early on at avoiding fights in two ways: shooting NPCs in the back of the head when they weren't looking, and usually just out of the blue. Like I don't know, this guy's kind of sketchy. Yeah. Or just avoiding fights altogether with, like, in some cases, really complex like plans not to get in a fight, and so it's actually easier, I think, to die in that game, but combat is a non-necessity. Like getting in a fight means you've already screwed up.
Yeah.
So very, very different.
Yeah, I think people are pretty hyped too to see Adam clap for 30 minutes.
Yeah, I'm really excited. I hope
oh yeah, that was good.
Special clapping gloves.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The old clap test. Just Adam in his fucking dark robes. Just sitting there.
Performance
clapping.
art.
Yeah.
It's going to be good. I'm looking forward to it.
It'll be good times. We got new mics. Adam, have you seen the set stuff?
No. Aaron told me a little bit about it, but I haven't seen anything yet.
Yeah. We're dropping some quiche on the sets, so.
Ooh.
It should look pretty cool.
It's good. I'm excited to hear the mics. That'll be cool.
Yeah. Yeah, we got some countryman mics that are not lavs, so we won't have the rustling of Adam's lengthy ass beard or my beard or a loose shirt.
Lavs don't play nice with my voice ever.
For a while there, I was like, man, lavs are so fucking sick, and then I started using them. Like, fucking lavs suck, man. I just can't stand a lavalier mic.
They're okay in certain scenarios, and depending on like the lav that you have, I don't know. The thing that pisses me off about mine is that it won't rotate. It doesn't have one of those like rotating fucking things. So it's like when I clip it to my shirt, it's like unnaturally kind of at an angle.
Yeah.
Stupid.
I say that now, and I'll probably be bitching after the fact this weekend when I have to wear a
fucking Countrymans are the worst.
Well, Countryman
cords, man.
Like, the Countryman is gonna suck because it sits right here on my temples and the sides.
Yeah,
and it's gonna push in on that shit for 8 hours, so that might suck, but it'll be a cool story.
We should start a show. We just talk about how shitty technology is.
Yeah. Well, I was talking with Scoots about it last week. I think the whole production thing is kind of cool because, and I only think this because he's kind of enlightened me to a lot of the different shit, but the production world is basically a world where directors look at a situation and be like, man, it'd be great if I could have something that did this. And then they go out and create this shit and sell it and make $1 billion fucking dollars because it's such a nice thing to have. Like we bought a mic snake. So it's like an XLR snake that has 8 inputs that is just it's one cable, and then it has a breakout box at the end of that to put underneath the table for all the Countryman mics to go into. Instead of having so many different cords running from the table, just one thick fucking cord, which is great. Like that type of stuff is fantastic, and it wouldn't exist if someone was like, maybe we don't need to run as many fucking cables as we thought. We just run one. It solves the problem.
Yeah.
It's cool. No one else cares about this. It's just production nerd stuff. So we can start the show, Adam.
That's the funny thing, right? Is like having this conversation. We're all like, yeah, mics and stuff, and like refresh rates and shit, and people are like,
it's interesting to us.
Can you
to me
just do the funny voices?
Can you just
please?
Play? Can YouTube?
Get
what's
to the part where you do the
give
funny
me the
voices.
timestamp comments on YouTube.
I love.
Are they still doing character?
Just click 24 minutes and 38 seconds in, and that's when the game starts. Just do that.
144 refresh rate.
Listen, we need to warm up, and this is our warm up where we just talk to each other and get all like into it, and then we can actually play the game.
Yeah,
warm up the vocal cords. And all that.
Now it's time for me not to talk for 3.5 hours. Let's go. I'm excited.
Yeah, let's do it. So, when last we left our beloved characters, you had just wiped the floor with some lizard men. There's a camp that used to be a lizard man camp, and now it's a graveyard for filthy saurians.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, there was a human woman who seemed to be in charge of the little camp, and there were several lizards and some kind of servitor dino, and they had gathered in this. You're in the jungle. You're out in the jungle, kind of to the northwest of the Shulin Valley. And you found some kind of ruin or excavation or something. There's a tiered kind of pyramid in the middle. You haven't really examined it yet, or anything around. You just kind of ran down a hill and got in a big fight. So I suppose we fade in on that. Berg yanking his hammer out of the body of a lizard man, blood splashed all around you, and then there's like tents, and then behind you, out of focus, you can see the big, multi-step pyramid. I would say it's probably like 60 feet to a side, so 60 by 60 all the way around, and then each tier gets smaller until it hits the top, and there's like 4 tiers. You can climb it relatively easily. And what do you want to do?
Well, we need to loot these bodies.
In our defense, we tried to parlay, and they weren't having it. So
we did, yeah. They didn't want to. They didn't even speak. Well, I mean, they understood us. They refused.
She insulted my mother, and I didn't like that.
Yeah, she refused to speak our language, so we spoke the only language that we know best: language of death.
That is, it's the universal language. It's not
so
an Esperanto.
Adam, there's. Well, go ahead, Dan.
I was just saying, I guess the first thing we do is loot the corpses around us.
Yeah, we started looting stuff. I go and search out for the... I guess since I know where the merchant fell, because I'm the one that took the shot, I go over to her, loot all that shit.
Yeah. So you can get back half the ammo that you shot. I think you only shot 4 or 5 times anyway. So
yeah.
Okay. These dudes, the lizard men, have like nothing. They carry nothing beyond their spiked clubs. The merchant, I think she is carrying some cash probably on her. Let's see how much she's got. She has 28 gold in a pouch on her belt.
Okay.
And yeah, there are these tents sort of scattered about, and and then the wagon, I guess, up here that you can see.
One of the tents is completely fucked up.
Yes, this tent got blown away.
That one right there.
So there's just debris everywhere and what have you.
Okay. Nothing on the spellcaster that we killed.
The shaman. I mean, unless you are interested in Lizardman religious artifacts, no, not so much.
I mean, I'm a kinku, so if there's a shiny on it,
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
It's mostly like bones and twine, maybe some colorful feathers, the kinds of stuff you would get from jungle like animals.
Okay. Berg, you want some colorful feathers?
I love feathers.
I guess I'll go around to each of the tents and see if there's anything inside of them.
Okay. The tents seem to be just for sleeping in. There are 2 or 3 simple straw mats in each one. They all reek of lizard. And then one of them, the closest one, has like a proper like cot and a foot locker. But otherwise is
Does it also reek of lizard?
No, that one. I mean, the whole area just stinks of lizard, but this one doesn't as much.
What lizard smells like?
Really bad. Yeah, there's like a musty kind of Reptiles don't smell good.
Is there anything in her footlocker? Any letters or anything?
It's locked.
Locked.
Oh, I would like to sleight of hand that locked box.
So I believe we may have had this conversation before.
I have thieves' tools.
There you go.
I have thieves' tools.
And that's what I roll, not the
danger sense.
Yeah. So you go ahead and do that. You can use that skill.
What?
Are you proficient in them?
They're in tool. They're under tool proficiencies. So
then go ahead and just click on that.
Could I? Is there a way to check for traps before I open this, or is that a different skill?
Yeah. You can crouch down and take some time to examine the locker. It's about 4 feet wide by like 3 feet tall, 3 feet deep. It's just a simple reinforced wooden like box essentially with a steel lock on the front.
Okay. I do want to check for traps.
Yeah, the lock looks kind of old. It's a little rusty, but still sturdy. Go ahead and make an investigation check.
Investigation is a 0. Does anyone have inspiration?
Nope.
Well,
we used it in the last fight.
Use it up fighting.
16, not bad.
There you go.
Not bad, though.
Pretty good little investigation.
Now this footlocker,
I'm not
it's
fucking Sherlock Holmes, but I got it.
It sees enough use that it wouldn't be practical to lock to put a trap on it. She opened and closed it lots of times over the course of its use. She didn't have the key on her though, so that's a thing.
This is a great time to ask Max. Max is a Dark Souls aficionado that you are.
Yep.
Where would I look on this box to see if it's a mimic?
That would be the lower back portion.
Wrong. You lose. The box explodes. Berg died.
Of the.
All right. I will make the thieves' tool check.
Okay. All right.
To try to pick the lock.
Sure. Yeah. That sounds good. Go ahead and
15.
Roll. You got a 15. Okay. Yeah. It's certainly a time-consuming task, but after a while of fiddling with the lock and using your tools, you are rewarded by the deep clunk of the lock opening. And the box lifts up.
Is the lock itself shiny?
No, it's rusty and scratched.
If I polish it off, does it become shiny?
I mean, it's made out of metal, so you could, treat the rust and polish it, and take it. I guess it would take some time. I'll write down iron lock.
Yeah, I'll take the lock and basically anywhere that there's a hook that I could put it on my armor, somewhere on my belt or something like that. I just hook it in, lock it up, keep it. Then I open up the chest.
Okay. So in the chest, there are some changes of clothes that look like they would fit the merchant that you slew if she was still alive.
Also, I'm not carefully looking through this. I'm literally the clothes are just being thrown behind me, and I'm looking for the good stuff, as it were.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. There's a bunch of this. There's a bunch of this stuff. There is. I think you find a knife, like a dagger, in a sheath. Nothing too special looking about it. It's just put in the bottom of this box. And there are, I'd say, three vials of some kind of greenish liquid. And these are folded up nicely in a cloth, so they don't get damaged. What else would she have? There's probably there's a book. Just a little chapbook, maybe 50 pages. And there's a bottle of ink, a quill, and then various other traveling sundries, like a repair kit for leather, and a backpack.
Okay.
Probably.
I pick one of the vials up in my bird talon-esque hands and shake a little bit to see if anything happens with the liquid inside of it. Is it just liquid?
I mean, it doesn't react. Nothing seems to happen. It sloshes around inside the vial.
Okay.
What if it did react and just exploded in his face?
I mean,
you are now severely maimed.
You have 0 eyes now. Your eyes are gone. I'm sorry. They don't seem to react in any way.
Okay. I'll hand those to Azrael, I guess. I don't want anything to do with them.
And while he's doing the chest, I want to inspect the wagon over there, see if there's anything on the wagon.
Okay. So the wagon has been refitted. It looks like it was originally designed to be pulled by a pair of horses, but the harness bit has been changed to be pulled by a single larger animal. The wagon's I don't know what they're called on a wagon. The part that sticks out, you tie the horses to. It's been changed so it angles up instead of straight, as well. The wagon looks like it's been used lots of scuffing. It's unpainted, and currently is empty. You can see wagon tracks that lead from where the wagon is currently sitting over to the base of the little pyramid.
How big is that pyramid, by the way?
You may remember earlier when I said that it was 60 feet to a side and about 10 feet, and then there's 4 tiers.
I don't remember because I wasn't listening.
I know. That's exactly what I was getting at.
I'm just being honest.
Yeah, that's okay.
My point is, you're not going to make me feel embarrassed about this. I'm owning this.
Exactly. Yeah, I'm not trying to. I'm just reminding you and everyone else that I already said how big it was.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's like big. It's like a small building. It's definitely the reason why this camp is here. You can see that all the way around it, like the dirt has been pushed away. There may be more of it underground, but this is all they excavated it. This doesn't. Well, I don't know. Maybe you don't know. Yeah.
Okay.
You see that. You see the pyramid.
Dan, are you looting that cart? What are you doing to it?
There was nothing on it.
There's nothing on it? Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Did you hand me the vials?
Yeah, I hand you the vials. If you want to mark that on your character sheet, we could study them when we rest.
Yeah.
Being a Kinku and knowing how to appropriately steal from people, I want to check the bottom of the chest to see if it's a fake bottom. See if there's a second compartment or something like that.
Yeah. Knock on it. Nah. It seems to be just like a sturdy traveling chest.
Okay. All right. Do we want to keep this for any reason? The chest itself?
You can throw it in the back of the wagon if you plan on stealing the wagon.
Yeah, I mean, we got horses, so we could potentially do that. You just throw in the wagon for now, and then we can make a decision
the horses can't pull the wagon.
Really?
Because it's been adjusted, yeah.
Chad has informed me that the name of those things it's a thill, and the thills have been canted up. You could take some time and like recant them, but it would take some work, and you need like woodworking tools. I don't have those around.
All right.
It's a fucking chest. Do we really need that? You thinking for like our home?
Yeah, for our home. We don't have a chest in the home, man.
You don't have. Yeah, it would be your first piece of furniture.
Yeah.
Let's grab some decorative things while we're presumably going this pyramid.
Look, we can get some feathers. We can put
different. Like lizard though. It doesn't smell like lizard.
No, it does not have the stink of lizard on it.
Wait. What if we got those feathers and everything that we did on our journey we brought back to the house as a keepsake from the journey? What if we did that?
I was going to say, I mean, what's happening now is the house is becoming a mini game where I'm just going to hand out trophies during the game that you put in your house.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Berg is too stupid to weigh in on this.
You got Ramus's shield up on the wall to show your past failures to remind you to do better in the future.
Kinku is all about, pack ratting stuff. So like, I'll go grab some of those feathers and tuck them away. We'll put those up.
Yeah, lizard man shaman.
This will be very good for the nest.
Yeah. Totally. Yeah. And that it does make sense. Like that, a Kenku's house would just be like a total hoarder mess. So you got to start somewhere. Okay, cool. Yeah. And I mean, the chest, like it's long enough and heavy enough that you wouldn't just like lug it around. But you could, you could like tie it to your horse and walk beside the horse so you could put it in the wagon if you take the wagon. But yeah, it seems like these creatures up here were the only ones topside. No one has like come running out of the bush to see what all the noise was about, because it was a very noisy fight, right? Like casting all those thunder spells and the Allosaurus roaring.
Yeah, it's a pretty big fight.
The whole area, knows that something happened. But if there was anybody waiting, they haven't come running out to see what's happening.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
I'm heavily injured, so I need to at least take a short rest, if nothing else.
Okay. I'm full HP, so why don't the two of you take a wait, I need to look at spell recharges and stuff like that.
I don't think you were going to say take a shit.
No.
Why don't the two of you just take a shit?
I was going to say, why don't the two of you take a short rest and I'll sit there and investigate the temple to see what might be in it, but I might need to take a rest too. I'll let you know in just a second.
Be nice to go in full HP.
Yeah, if you take a short rest, your channel divinity will recharge.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Spells are still long, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we're taking a short rest and you're keeping watch? Is that what's happening? Or?
Yeah, I mean, we can all keep watch during a short rest, I think.
Sure,
During a rest, you don't sleep. You just
we're just kind of chilling.
Hang out. Yeah, you sit down, relax, that sort of thing.
Well, unless anything happens during this short rest, we good to put our HP up?
Well, you got to expend
you got to spend some spend some hit dice.
Yeah, the hit dice heals us.
Yeah. I forgot. It's been so long since. I feel like it's been forever since we've taken a short rest because most of the fights we've gotten out of have been like fucking crazy ass fights.
just really pummel the shit out of you. Yeah. Yeah. So you can spend a certain amount depending on your how many you have. They're based on your level, and you tell me how many you spend. But you can spend between none and all of them. So
I'll probably just do one, considering I'm at 34 or 39 HP.
I mean, you can roll once, and then if you want to roll,
and then
one,
see. Yeah, for sure. But I'm just saying, we'll start with one.
Yeah.
All right, let's do the thing. Okay. Quack. Perfect.
You got a 6.
Oh God.
Man, you guys are
full HP now.
Rolling hot.
19. That's enough.
All right. Are you guys full? You're not full, right, Max?
I am.
Oh, I
was only at 34. I barely got hit that fight.
Oh, okay.
I'm not quite full. Let's go ahead and let's take the last one.
Oh, you guys are 4. That's, oh my God.
Jesus. Horrible rolls.
I forgot you assholes are level 4.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you find party members that I'm partying in.
That I'm so glad I'm working with.
Yeah. Okay. Well, while they're doing that, can I investigate while doing the short rest, or do I need to just sit there and short rest?
You can walk around. Let me find out what you're allowed to do. A period of downtime, 1 hour long, during which the character does nothing more strenuous than eating, drinking, reading, and tending to wounds. So, yeah, climbing up on top of this little ziggurat thing is more strenuous than eating, drinking, reading, or tending to your wounds.
But you
could
climb on it or anything.
Yeah, you could walk around and just look at stuff.
Yeah.
And during the short rest, I want to just look at the vials of liquid and see if I can get any more information about them. Just tinkering around.
Yeah. So make a medicine check.
Can I help him?
Yeah, if that's what you want to do during your short rest.
Sure.
Yeah, I'll help him.
Right.
I have a 5 in medicine.
Okay, then I will help you. You do the roll.
Okay, so I just get advantage on it, right?
Yes, that's right. Yeah, if you're both examining.
Fuck!
Wow.
Double ones. Okay.
That's so bad.
Here's what happens. Here's what happens. So you're sitting here dicking around with these vials. You're looking at them. What's this? And you slip. You fumble one. And I think it breaks. It lands on you. You get a bunch of it on your hands. Can I get you to make a Constitution saving throw?
Oh God damn it!
I mean,
you
double
are now
ones.
poisoned.
Oh my God.
14.
Fuck.
That's pretty high.
You got 14. Okay. Let me take a look at how this shit works. Poison
of some type.
Yeah, it definitely is.
Dying to some bullshit like that. How did he die, the mighty warrior? He fumbled a vial of poison.
He rolled a 1 while looking at some vials.
Double ones. Impressive.
Okay. Okay. Well, you got the save, so you managed to wipe it off on some leaves, but you're gonna take 6 damage.
Jesus.
Can I expend a dice while resting?
Have you spent any yet?
No.
Okay. Yes. Yeah, you can.
Okay. Hey, we're good. I'm back full.
So yeah, you get a bunch of it on you and wipe it off, and it stings and burns a little, and you've destroyed one of the vials. And then you're like, man, you wipe it off and bandage your arms and have a little nap, and then you'll be okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, they seem to be some kind of contact poison.
Okay. I laugh like a child to try to play it off because I'm a cool guy, but it really fucking hurts. It really hurts when I get this shit on my hand.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm still at full HP. We're fine. And then I give the vial back, and do I have a way to communicate that that's poison? Dan, you probably saw this, right? You were helping me.
I saw you just going, God damn.
Okay.
So I'm like, poison. Do you feel all right?
Poison.
In your voice, Azriel, I point to the vials and say, "Death lurks in here." And then follow it up, unspeakable horrors.
Other than the injury, do you feel anything different emotionally? Are you all right mentally? Some poisons are very weird.
In Berg's voice, I scream, "I'm fine."
All right, tough guy.
But then I turn around and fucking like shake my feathers, maybe pluck a couple out that are just dead now completely, and they won't even grow anymore.
Yeah, there's a couple that are all like withered.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah.
Just out of curiosity, Adam, like this isn't what he sent us for, right? These vials.
No.
Okay.
Yeah, you're here. They've been bringing some kind of, and you didn't get too much information about it. They're bringing some kind of like drug or narcotic or something into the city, and
red sand.
Dude doesn't want it. He's like, he's not about that shit. So yeah, you're sent to investigate what it is.
Okay.
And see where it's coming from and all that.
Okay. Well, before we get, after the short rest is over, we start collecting ourselves and getting everything back in order. Before we even step on this monument, can me and, well, I want to make a religion check. Dan, you do whatever you want to do. But I want to try to understand if this is like a holy monument. I have a very good feeling it is, because no one else would build a structure like this if it wasn't. But I don't know that much about snake culture, or what is it, Yanti culture, whatever these guys called.
I mean, yeah, there hasn't been any evidence of the Wanti in this region, but yeah, there was the weird snake dream that the Berg had, and then there's this pyramid, and there was that story, remember, about the giant snake that eats fear, that you remembered from before.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. So yeah, what would you like me to roll to try to understand what the fuck this monument is doing here? In terms of like a religious,
like archaeology. You can roll history, I think, to recognize or try to figure something out. Someone else could roll something as well. Like you can all. Wow, an old ass pyramid. It's an old pyramid up in here. Yeah, I don't know. It's made out of a pale stone. It may have had carvings on it at one point, but they've mostly worn away. And it's been buried for a long time. It's the top of it is a different color than the rest, and you're in a bit of a depression where the area has been carved out. Berg, you also, just the two of you stand there, just stand there dumbfounded.
I sit and meditate, and I channel into Balder and asking if Balder knows anything, and he does not. No visions come to me.
Yeah, no. You're all like, yep, this, yes. Look at that thing.
It's like, very old.
Yeah, it's like three people in an art museum just staring at a painting, nodding, being like, yes, good use of paint. Frame is good. Yep.
I think because of the curiosity of the Kinku, and also just the idea that this stuff doesn't really exist in the forest, and I've never seen a structure quite like this, I'm like super apprehensive to even walk on it, just from the implications that I probably understand it to be some structure that it's not man-made, potentially could contain something that is unknown to me. And so I'm very reluctant to walk towards it or even be on it.
Yeah. It's definitely, there's something a little ominous about it. Also, y'all rested, so I owe you some experience.
I was gonna say, because short rest, you still get the experience.
Good, how much that shit is? Yeah. Okay. Let's see.
3,500.
I think that's right.
503. 503.
Cool.
It's pretty good.
How close are you to level 4, GP?
Sorry, how much XP was it?
503.
503. Yeah.
Each?
Yes.
I'm still about 1,000 off.
It's not horrible.
Yeah, I'm at 1687.
3829.
So 3 or 4 more fights and I'll get up. Or if we finish a quest, which potentially we could today, depending on how this goes.
That's true.
So who's going up this thing? Because I'm walking around it, but I have not stepped foot on the structure yet.
I guess I'll walk and see like if the outside has any sort of runes or markings or anything. Or is it just solid stone?
It's like a I don't know. You ever seen pictures of what they think the Egyptian pyramids used to look like? How they were like there was a layer of stone over top of the kind of harsh like stepped stone that we saw, and that was like decorated, but it's much less strong. It's all sort of crumbled away over time. This is the same thing. You're really looking at the foundational blocks of something that used to be quite different. So if there were carvings, it would have been on an outer layer that has long since been eroded.
Okay. I guess the first thing, instead of getting on it, just walk around the outside, see if there's any like entrances that we can see on the outside.
There is when you're closer to it and you're getting a look, it actually has on one side a wooden kind of scaffolding up one side with a ladder, and the ladder has claw marks all over it. And then there's a winch or something at the top with a rope that seems to dip down. There seems to be like an opening at the top.
Yeah.
Yeah, and there's a winch with a rope.
Looks like they've been using this to go up inside of this thing. Should we take a look?
No way of knowing what's inside.
Spurs stating obvious.
I want to look up into the sky. Where's the sun's at? What time is it, Adam?
I'm not sure. Like afternoon, I think.
Okay.
Yeah. Let's randomly determine what time in the afternoon it is. It is late afternoon. So it's like 6 o'clock.
Fuck.
Yeah, late afternoon, early evening. Yeah.
I'm looking at ways to communicate.
Well, we still haven't found our quarry. The only place it could be is inside, to find the substance that they're exporting. But there could be more inside for all we know.
Yeah, I point towards the entrance and in Azrael's voice say once again, death lurks in there. And I cross my arms and you can see the burnt feathers on my hands and I'm paying close attention to that.
I look at you, point to the forest and say, death lurks there too. Nowhere is completely safe, my friend.
My beak turns to the forest and I start making cawing noises. kind of like rolling of the eyes. It's up to you guys, though.
I say we go up there and just at least look inside.
At least check it out, right? Like,
yeah.
I'm not going to go through a huge fight just to like, well, I guess we're going to leave that pyramid alone. You know?
Right.
And we'd have the high ground.
It's true.
So
who's going to be the first?
I will go ahead and climb to the top and on the scaffolding.
I will say, out of character, I have 0 spells. Just throwing that out there.
I do too.
Okay. So
I have 2 rages. That's cool.
Fights are rough if we get in one.
Yeah.
That is very true. Okay. So lugging your heavily armored self up the ladder with your big beefy paladin arms, you find the top of the surface. And again, like there are claw marks basically all over everything. Any flat surface seems to have the markings of a deep like gouges. Not like someone is intentionally trying to gouge it, but just like heavy people walking around on clawed feet. The top, there's an opening that's about like 10 feet by 10 feet in the top pyramid, and just opened up. And there's the scaffolding terminates in a winch with a long, heavy, like ship weight rope that descends down. And as you lean over, you have dark vision?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, you can see it goes more than 60 feet down. Your dark vision extends into this perfectly square 10 by 10 tunnel, and the rope just disappears into the darkness at the end of your vision.
I guess I want to like get down and pull my ear to it and see if I can hear any noises coming from below.
Okay, make a perception check.
10?
No, you don't hear anything. You just hear the sound of the jungle outside.
Okay.
If there is any sound, it's too quiet for you to hear over the noise of, like jungle birds and stuff.
Looks like this device goes all the way to the bottom of whatever this is.
The rope, you cast a quick. I mean, you're not the most like practical dude. You've probably never been on a ship or at a dig site before, but you do see that the rope, it goes up, it goes into a metal wheel that's hanging. I guess it's called a tackle, hanging from the overarching wooden structure, and then it goes down to a spool, and it looks like it's at the end of its rope. It looks like the rope is extended down into the thing as far as it goes.
Okay.
In Berg's voice, I point towards the area that Azrael's currently investigating, looking down, and say, perhaps we booby-trap the door. And then very quietly, not to actually alarm anyone, I make draconic noises that I heard when we first got to this camp. And then look at the two of you with my eyes and just basically looking for an answer. Hoping you understand the plan.
So you want us to like, you're gonna shout into the thing that the things that the one was shouting. You don't know what they mean, but you're just gonna shout them into the hole and hope that someone hears them, and then we'll wait for them up here.
In Berg's voice, and just nod my beak.
It's very astute.
I'm all for that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sounds like a wise plan. Instead of going into the cat's paws, leave the cat to us.
And then Berg goes,
I look back even more pensively.
Speaking my language.
Right at Berg. Yeah, we're becoming Tim Taylor all of a sudden.
It's like
Yeah, exactly.
Conan the Barbarian. Well, while the two of them are grunting at each other at the bottom of the pyramid, Azrael, you're going to do anything from up here?
Nothing right now. I don't want to go in there right now. I don't think we're prepared to go down because there'll be a whole lot worse stuff down there. Nothing else that I can think of. Just, I guess our plan is that everyone's going to get up to the top, and he's going to shout inside, and then we're going to hope someone comes up to us.
Okay. All right. What does that look like? You climb up the ziggurat, Gale, and then just like shout into the hole.
I mean, okay. I guess if the trap is us,
plan?
yeah. I mean, I can't communicate the plan, so yeah. I guess that's like I get up there and I draw my weapon, and I assume that's the trap, because none of us know how to make a trap to begin with.
I guess we're just gonna like ready actions, and then if something comes up.
Yeah, already in action. If something comes up the ladder, I will strike it with my rapier.
What's the noise that you make, or what do you?
Draconic shouting.
Just the sound, the shouting.
Because I don't know what it means. That's what I heard when we got to the camp and they started shouting.
Got it. Okay. So make a deception check.
Okay, and because of mimicry, this just allows me to make it. Yes.
Yeah, you're good at it. You're capable.
Yeah, I was just making. For some reason I always think I get advantage on it.
Reason
that would be nice.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Here's the deception roll. 15.
Nice.
Against
15?
the insight wisdom check. Opposed.
I'm a little concerned if we get into another fight because you guys don't have I'm pretty good for battle, but 0 spells.
I mean, they have to come to us.
True.
So you mimic a bunch of lizard man shouting into the hole. Can you roll a perception check for me?
Everyone?
Just you.
5.
Okay. All right. Yeah, you hear it echo off the walls of the tunnel, and then it silence. You hear nothing from below.
We wait 30 seconds, 60 seconds.
Okay.
If it goes longer than a minute and nothing happens.
So you're all waiting sort of like tents around the entrance, and maybe we'll take a break. See what comes up after.
Yeah. What comes up?
Yep.
All right.
Yep.
Let's do that.
Let's do it. Let's take a break. We'll come back, go into hour 2 right after this. Don't go anywhere. More Court of Swords coming up. We'll see you guys in just a little bit.